Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and this puzzle is called Reredos by fjam. Yes, I had to look up the pronunciation of that one because I would have said Reredos, but that is wrong. It's Reredos. What have I got going on at the moment? I've been doing a lot more streaming on BremSter Games. I am working. So there's been some delays on the solo D&D and the other solo role-playing stuff. I am trying to get back into the right headspace for that. Anyone who has done role-playing knows that if you are not in the right headspace for it, it just doesn't work. And that's kind of where I am at the moment for reasons. But I am trying to grow the BremSter Games channel. There's links to it in my on this channel, or you can search for BremSter Games. I'd really like to subscribe. And if you're interested in that sort of stuff, please have a look. I played a lot of Diablo 3 Season 28. Because yeah, I'm trying to grow another channel. This is the channel that was originally going to be my board gaming and role playing channel, and for other games, and then it became my puzzle channel just kind of by default. So I'm kind of starting again over there, and that's been a little awkward. But you know, that's the way it goes. What else is going on? I'm looking. When I released Skilling Sudoku and Caging Constraints, I said there was going to be a third killer pack, and it was going to be a story-based pack. Sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. I said it was going to be a story-based pack, and I've had no mental bandwidth for months to work on the story, and I've decided that's it, I'm done. I'm not going to try and finish the story. I had an idea, I couldn't quite make it work, and what I'm going to do instead is just release another pack, which is cage-themed puzzles. So I'm starting that process now. So it normally takes a couple of months to get a pack together, so I'm hoping in a couple of months you might see something. I'm just letting you know that I hadn't forgotten. It's just everything imploded in my world for various reasons. So yeah, but no cages in this one. This is a very simple rule set, and I've been told might be a little bit tricky. So this is rated 3 stars on Logic Masters Germany. I have been finding recently that Logic Masters Germany is rating low, but this is a phenomenally well rated puzzle. So yeah, I wanted to give this one a look. This is one of the ones that was submitted to me probably about a month ago, but anyone who's been following my channel knows I've had no bandwidth. I've been trying to get out daily content. A lot of that has been recorded, a bit like this, where I've done 6 or 7 puzzles in a day, and then I've ignored the channel for a week at a time. Yeah, that's just been the way things have been. So hopefully you've been enjoying what I've been doing, but let's focus on this, Reredos by fjam. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have arrow rules. So digits along an arrow will sum to the number in that arrow circle. That's it. That's all we've got. There is no knight's move or king's move constraint. There is no given digits. There is nothing else at all. All we've got is the arrow rules. I've also been given a hint on this one, which is this puzzle does not require set equivalence theory, but some people have used it to solve that. So we will see. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now I can immediately see there's something going on in column 2 because these cells sum to a minimum of 21. But that doesn't do much for those cells because those cells could be 8, 9, and 8, which is 17 plus 9 is 26. So they're between 21 and 26. And I'm not sure what's happening with my music. We'll see. It may just be at a quiet point. Yes, it is. Sorry, I've mentioned before I need music to sort of keep my brain. Even when I'm working, I listen to music. Okay, so 21 and 26 is not a huge... So I can tell, for example, that 9 in these columns has to go in one of those 3 cells. But I don't have a similar restriction anywhere else. Can I even get started on this one? I mean, there's something interesting going on here. So we know that this is a sum to 45. Hang on. That and that. So we know this is all of the digits from 1 to 9 and it sums to 45. We know that this is all of the digits from 1 to 9 and that sums to 45. But we can do some jiggery pokery here. These 2 cells sum to the same as that cell. So we can maintain the sum of yellow if we remove that and make that yellow. This is still summing to 45. If I remove those 2 and make that yellow, yellow is still summing to 45. And if I remove that and make that yellow, that is still summing to 45. So yellow is 45 now. But I could go as... That doesn't mean they're all 15s. One of them could be as high as 17. So I could go like 17, 16, and the other one could be as low as... Or I could go 17, 17 potentially. And the other one could be as low as 17, 17, 34. The other one could be as low as 11. But the same is true over here. This is the same here. This is the same here. And this is the same total as here. And that's huge. Because now I know that these cells here sum to 90. But what's the maximum I can put into 4 cells in a row? It's 30, which is 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is, well, 6 and 9 is 15, 7 and 8 is 15. So if you add those together, you get 30. 6, 7, 8, 9 is 30. But the maximum I can put in here, because they're in the same row as 6, 7, 8, 9, the maximum I can put in here is 6, 7, 8, 9, which is 30. The maximum I can put in here is 6, 7, 8, 9 is 30. So the maximum I can put into those cells is 90. But they must be 90 because they're the equivalent of 2 entire columns. So these are all 6, 7, 8, 9. That's nuts. Which means these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm kind of done with the colouring now. So what does that mean? Well, these can't be 1 or 2 because you can't have a 2-cell arrow summing to 1 because it'd be a half and a half or a 1 and a 0. And you can't have it 2 because it'd be 1 and 1. These can't be 1 and 1 because, I mean, you can do 1 and 1 on an arrow if they're like that, but not like this. So this can't be a 2 and it can't be a 1. So this can't be a 5 because this could be 4, 1, but it can't be a 5 because 5 plus 0 is the only thing that gets to 5. Okay. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4 because it has to sum to 5 or less. So it's either 1, 2, 1, 3 or 1, 4 or 2, 3. So it's all from 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 digits have to be lower than that. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple. So these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. But that can't be a 9. This is a 3-cell arrow. That can't even be a 7 or an 8. Because if this is a 7, the maximum this could be is 9, and these would have to sum to 2. This has to be a 6. That is cool. And that means this has, minimum this could be is 3. 6 and 3 is 9, and this has to be 3. That is weird, which means those are 1, 2, these are not 1, 2. And this has to sum to 9. So if it's 3, it's 6, and if it's 4, 5, this is 4 or 5. This is not 9, and this is not 9. This is 7 or 8. Where does 9 go in this box? Well, it can't go on a 7 or an 8 arrow, so this is a 9, and that puts 9 up in one of those two. If this is a 7, where do I put 8 in this box? If this is a 7, I'd have to put 8 on a 7 arrow, and that's not going to work. This is an 8, this is a 7. And there must be an 8 in one of those two, but that could be an 8 if that's a 9. But this can't be a 7 anymore, because 7 plus 3 is 10. So 7 is in one of those two, and one of these is 1. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's not, actually, because this is 5 plus 3, 4 plus 4, or 3 plus 5. So this is 3, 4, 5. This is not 1, 2. This is from 6, 7, or 8. Sorry, I'm completely dumbfounded as to where to look now. Is it something to do... I was thinking, is it something to do with the restriction on 9 in this box? Like 9 is in one of those 3, 9 is in one of those 3. But I don't see that being a problem. So what's restricted? Is it something to do with this arrow? Like if this is 2, 3, 5, this is a 4, this is a 4, this becomes a 4, if this is 2, 3, 5, this is a 4, so this is 3, 5, and I have to put 3 and 5 down here. So this would also be 3 and 5. Hang on, there's a problem here. If this is 4, 5, that becomes 3, and that becomes 5. 4, 5 here, This is only left to be 3, but in order for the 8 to work, this is 5, and I've got multiple 5s. This is not 4, 5. This is 6 and 3. So this is not 3, this is 4 or 5. So this is either 4 or 3, it's not 5. But the 3 here makes this 4, so this is 4. There's no 4 down here at all. There's no 3 or 4 there. So these are known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 8. Five and 8. Well, there's no 3 or 4 there, and there's no 3 or 4 there. This 6 means 6 is in one of those two. Hang on, there's no 4 up here now because of that. So 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 5. 1, 3 doesn't work. So there is a 2 up here. So there's no 2 here. So it's 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 5. There's a 3 up there. There's no 3 here either. So there's a 2 and a 3. There's no 3 here. There's no 2 here. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 5. So 2 and 3 must be up here. But hang on, where does 4 go? That's a 4. So this has to be 1, 3. There's no other possibility. I can't do 2, 2 or 4, 0. This is a 1, 3. There's no 4 there. This is a 1, 3, 5 triple. So this is a 2. So this is not a 2. So 5 and 5 doesn't work. So 5, 1 makes, or 8 and 5 doesn't work. This can't be a 5 anymore. This is a 1. This is a 3. This is a 1. This is a 5, which means this is 2, 3. And the 5 makes this a 1. This is not a 1. This is not a 3 either. So 3 is in one of those two. This can't be 7, 1 anymore, because if this is the 7, this is a 1, and that doesn't work. This is the 7, this is the 1. There's no 1 there. So there's no 7 here. This is 2, 3, or 5. If it's 2, that's 6. Otherwise, it's 3, 5. No, not 6. 3, 5, or 6. Two would make that 5 and that 3. Hang on, this can't be 2 because there's a 1, 2 pair looking at it. This is not 2 or 6. This is a 3, 5 pair. But that's a 3, 5 pair, so that's a 2. So this is 5, 8, or 9. And there's no 5 up here. This is an 8, 9 pair. So the 8 comes out of here. And this becomes a 5, and this becomes an 8. 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 comes out of those. 6 is now over here. This 3 is looking down, making this 5 and this 3. So this is 5. I can take 5 out of there and there. In fact, I can take 1 and 2 out of there. This is actually a 4. So this is a 3. So this is a quadruple. 2, 4, 6, 9. Well, I'm not putting 9 on arrows. And I'm not putting 4 on that arrow. So 624, this can't be 6. Because this would be 624, which it can't be, or 660, which it can't be. This is not 6. 725, no. 761, maybe. 826, no. 862, maybe. And 963, sure. And 927, sure. Oh, except 1 has to go in one of those two because of Sudoku. 1, 1, 1 means 1 is in one of those two. Same for 3. 3 and 1 can't go in any of those cells. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 are locked out of all of those. This is a 1, 3 pair. There's no 2, 7 there. This is a 1, 3 pair. So what is this now possible of being? If this is a 1, this is a 7. Hang on. If this is a 3, no, that's not resolved. Hang on. But this can't be 8 anymore because 8 would need 2, 6 or 6, 2. And I can't do it. This is not 8. But I could do... Hang on. This is 2. The maximum this could be is 5. It can't be. This is a 6. There's no 6 over here. This is 7 or 9. 6 is in one of those two. There's no 4 there because of that 4. So this is 2, 7, 8 because it can't be a 9. So this 6 looks up, meaning that's not 6, and this is 6. So this now has to sum to 6. So it's either 1, 5 or 2, 4. Not sure. There's no 1 here, by the way, because of that 1. There's no 6 here. Four is in one of those two. That's not really helping, I don't think. Can't put 6 here. Can't put 6 in those. So 6 is in one of those two. But yeah, 6. 6 can't be there. This is a 6. So these must be from 1, 5 and 2, 4. So that can't be a 1. That's the 3 and that's the 1. 6 and 3 is 9. There's no 6 there. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple, but that's not the 9. That 6 means that's not a 6. 1, 2, well, there's no 1, 5 in there because of the 1. This is the 2, 4. There's no 2, 4 there. This is the 1, 5. This 2, 4 makes this a 5. So this is not a 5. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2, 4, 9. They can't put 4 there and I can't put 9 there. This is the 2. 2 comes out of there. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 9. There's no 9 down here. So 6 would be 4 and 2. 7 would be 4 and 3, which is not possible. 8 would be 4 and 4, which is not possible. This is 2, this is 6, this is not 6. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And that must contain a 5. There's no 2 there. This is a 7, 8 pair. This 6 has made that 7 and that 6. I wonder if this is a case of where I turn on the pencil mark checker and I would see stuff. Three in this box is in one of those two. So these are 3, 7, 8, 9. So these, well, so this is 3, 7 because it sees 8, 9, and these are 3, 8, 9. That's not 3. So what am I need to put a 2 up here. Need to put a 4 up here. There's no 9 there. So these are 3, 4, 7, and 8, and that can't be. So these are 4, 7, 8, and I can't put a 7 there. 4 or 8. Okay, what's the trick I'm missing? It'll be something pointing, I'll bet you. So these are 2, 7, 8, 9. That can't be 7. That doesn't seem to be it. 6. So I was just looking and seeing I had a lot of 6s. 6 is in one of those 3 by Sudoku, but it's not there or there because of those. So this is actually a 6. So this is a 1, 2, or a 3. And it's not a 2. So if it's not a 2, that's not an 8. This is a 7 or a 9. And this is a 1 or a 3. This is not a 9, by the way. So if this is a 7, this can't be 1, 6, it can't be 2, 5, and it can't be 3, 4. This is an 8. Because 7, 1, 5 is, 1, 6 is not possible, 2, 5 is not possible, 3, 4 is not possible. This has to be the 8. So this is not an 8. There's no 8 in either of those. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 1, 3, and 5 and must contain a 5, but they have to sum to 8. So they are 3, 5. And this is a 1. 6 and 1 is 7, which means these are not 7. This is not 7. This 1 looks over making this 2 and this 1, which looks over making this 2. Have I done all the arrows now? So it's now just down to Sudoku. My nemesis. So I've got all the 6s. Okay, 1s. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1 is there. I've got that 1. So 1 is in one of those 2. Okay, 2s. 2, 2, 2. Hang on, that 2 is looking there. That's 4 and that's 2. So now I've got all of the 2s except there and there. Okay, 3s, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 is in one of those 2 because I can't go in any of those. 3 over here is in one of those 2. So 3 is in one of those and one of those. That seems okay. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So 4 is in one of those 2. And then 4 up here is in one of those 3. Not that helpful. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5 is in one of those 2. And down here I've got them all. No, I don't have those. So it's lining up there, but that's okay. 6s I've got all of. 7s. I don't have a lot of 7s. Okay, I'm starting to panic here. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 3, 4, and 7. And there's no 7 in them. This is a 3, 4 pair. This is a 7. I could have got the 3, 8. Oh, the 3, 8, 9 made that 3, which means this is not 3. This is 3, which means this is 4 by pencil marks. These are 5, 8, and 9. That's not an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5, 8, and 9. And it's not 8. This is a 5 or a 9. And it's not a 5. This is a 9. So this is a 5 or an 8. Oh, you're kidding me. So these are 1, 7, and 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 9 there. Oh, this 9 has made this 8, which makes this 9. The 8 turns around and says there's no 8 there and there's no 8 there. This 7 makes this 4, which makes this 8. There's no 8 there. This is a 2, 7, 9 triple. This 4 or this 8? No. Could be a Y-wing or something, but I'm expecting it's just something I haven't scanned. That 9 makes this 1, which makes this 7, which makes this 9. No, I've broken it. Okay, so when I filled out this box, I did it wrong. So this 589 was correct. Couldn't be 8. I then put 9 in. Oh, the 3, 5 made this 9. Okay, I'm going to continue from there. That makes this 7, which makes this 9, which takes 9 out of all of those. Now, this now becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 4. Now, this 9 means there's no 9 there. This 8, no. I probably had good logic, but I'm still running ahead from where I was. This 9 makes this 8 and makes this 9. The 8 looks down, making this 7 and this 8. The 8 looks across, making this 5, this 7, this 8, which looks up, making this 9, which makes this 5 and this 8. Now, I've just got these top 2 rows. The 9 makes this 8, which makes this 9. The 8 comes out of both of those. Six, 8, 9. 6, 7, 9. It's here. This 8 looks up, making that 2, which makes that 7, which makes that 4, which makes that 8. The 4 will look back, making this 1 and this 4. The 1 looks back, making this 5 and this 1. The 5 looks across making this 3 and this 5, and the 3 looks across making this 2 and this 3. And that's the correct solution to Reredos. That was very, very cool. The break-in, I think I was lucky to find that. That was a very cool break-in. And if people struggled with that one and needed help from the video, no problem with that at all. But that ending was also quite tricky. I love the way column 5 worked, by the way. I think that was my favorite part of the puzzle. The way that there was this arrow here, I think, was my favorite bit of the puzzle, because it forced these to be low, giving you all of these as low digits, forcing these to be high. And because this is a 3-cell arrow, this had to be 6129, and then that started breaking this open. Particularly this little arrow here, making this a 1, meaning this couldn't be the 7-1 and this did. All of that stuff is just beautiful. Really cool stuff. Like this one. Well done, FJam. That was a great puzzle, and yeah, thank you for submitting it. I really do appreciate it, and I just apologize it took so long to get it through. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the puzzles. I really am just trying to bring puzzles which are either a coffee break, or this is probably a lunch break puzzle. So something that isn't going to require you to spend your whole evening working on it. That is my goal. There's definitely more money to be made in longer form videos because that watch time is valuable, but that's not what I want to do. I want people to be able to just enjoy the puzzles. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.